Hello, 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 everyone. Hold on for just one moment. Testing. I'm coming right there. Everybody, hold on, hold on. Hello, 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 everyone. This is Thinking Thursday, Thoughtful Thursday. Um, Let me drop the link in case anybody wants to come up. So today was the big sentencing day for Robert Sylvester Kelly, aka R. Kelly, for Chicago, his Chicago federal case. The state dropped their charges because it would have, I guess, he had already been found guilty in New York, and he was found guilty in Chicago. Now I need people to comprehend this. He was found guilty. Whether I like it or not, a jury found him guilty. He received 30 years in New York. And today in Chicago, he was sentenced to 19 years or 20 years, which the judge decided to run 19 of those years with the New York, like his sentence. I'm putting 19 years, but they'll be put in with the New York. Again, 30 years in New York. So then, if New York, if he wins on appeal, he will still have those 19 years, or 20, because 19 plus 1, 20 years to do in Chicago. If that happens by chance, then after 3 years, he will be eligible for house arrest. Now, I'm trying to see what is so great about that. Again, he was found guilty. So, this whole appeal process can take years, because he was found guilty. Any day behind bars, locked up in any institution, not able to breathe fresh air, eat what you want to eat, and doing that is awful. Now, I'm going to start off with what I think, what my opinion is about this, and you can like it. If you don't, I don't care. I don't live my life worrying about what people think about me and what they care. Four years ago, Lifetime produced a documentary. People watched in horror as people got on this docu-series and they haven't seen their kids. And, I was with them. I left my husband. I left my kids in the hotel to be with this man. I was in the house. He beat us. You know, we didn't eat. We were locked in rooms with doors and locks and everything. Lifetime ought to be ashamed of themselves. And you people that let the media control you. Because in all actuality, we found out that there was no locks on the doors. The girls were able to leave, come and go. We found out some of the things were staged. Again, was staged for Lifetime. And then you had parents, hey, cruising is fun anytime. So then you had parents that told their kids, lie about your age. Get with them. So today, you know what I would be happy about? If every parent that told their child to lie about their age was with him, locked up. Now, I look at life through everybody's eyes. I would never hate anybody. First of all, I'm not God. You know, I can't be judging him when I got people judging me. I got to keep in mind that he was found guilty. He was found guilty. Hey, Ebony Wright. Hey, cruising is fun. Hey, Atmos. But I also, when you look at this whole overall picture, everything sure wasn't black and white like Lifetime portrayed and wanted us to believe this narrative. And they wanted us to hate him. And they, you know, uh, so back to what I was saying. So, do I get mad about how a parent decides to raise their child, their parental skills? Um, I take money for my child. some people knew that he was seeing their child, but you took money. Hey, the word, you took money. You took money for your child. Now, there are cases, if we want to really look at this, I can go back to my high school years, and there were men that came down and picked up girls in their nice cars that had the good jobs. Some of them married. Um, some people, parents, some people did tell their parents, and some parents was okay with their child being with the older man. If you are okay with your child being with the older man and your child has come to you, I guess they're the parents of that child. I can't condemn anybody for their parental skills. But when you've taken money and you've living this decent life, that's a whole different story. So basically, you pimp your child out. What the world wanted us to do, the world wanted people to hate R. Kelly. The media wanted you to hate him. They wanted you to mute his music. They wanted you to just hate, hate him. Again, I have no heaven or hell to put anybody in. People judge me. I'm not even as popular as him. A narrative was put out to hate this man, to hate this man, mute his music. This whole country was built on a lie. And you want me to hate Robert Sylvester Kelly? Wow. Now, we don't know if an appeal will be heard. We pray it will. So he still has the 30 in New York, with 19 of those being combined with that New York. He is 55. Actually, when you look at it, it's great because they did not give him. Judge could have given him more, but they looked at life expectancy. He's locked up now. Um, Again, he's 55. So they still played us. He didn't come home. 30 years in New York. What is the life expectancy of a black man behind bars? Then, then, then actually, it's funny to me because if 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 he wins the appeal in New York, if he wins the appeal, he would still have to come back to Chicago, and he would start because he's got to give Illinois 20 years. But after 3 years, he would be on house arrest. What's so great about that? I guess we can say, oh, the great thing was they didn't give him 90 years. He did this. Again, he is 55 years old. Hey, dear Dana. This whole United Snakes of America was built on a lie. In this case, that everything in it you can think of, lying parents, um, a person that has been messed with too. A lot of people want to say, well, most abusers don't abuse people. Well, how do you know? How do you know? Then you want to say he should have got the help he needed. But some of the girls, they didn't have any records of going to counseling and different things. The judge today did not award but one girl, because she's in therapy, $44,000. He didn't put no 20-year restitution fee and all of this other kind of stuff because he took into consideration. Now, this I can't say what was good is this judge let people know I ain't stupid. I ain't stupid neither. I know this man done took care of some of you girls and your parents. Y'all done milked him out of millions over the years. Now I'm just delivering a message the way I see it. If you don't like it, I really don't care. Because some of these people got taken care of for years. So this judge thought through some of this foolery attached to this case. Again, he was found guilty. This case had so many elements to it. You got people that can get on national TV, people sitting here talking about they don't know where their daughter's at. They don't know this. They don't know that. They knew all along where their daughter was. If this is one parent doing this, how many more? This judge thought through the BS. I need everybody, people that had so much hate, hate. You hated Robert Sylvester Kelly, R. Kelly. You had so much hate for him. But you not talking about the abuse that's going on in families right now. Hey, Kelly, I'm going to drop the link. You don't have people, they're not, you want to sue R. Kelly, but you're not suing your uncle. So I need to understand, if most of these girls have been, some of them, allegedly, hey, they wrote books. I didn't write the book. Again, I'm just the messenger. I'm just calling things the way I see it. I need to understand. This is another thing I need to understand too with this. So I've got you've got a girl writing a book. In this book, she's telling us she's been sexually abused by her uncle and another family member, but she only sues Robert Sylvester Kelly. Now, these are only things that make you go, Now, I feel like this. If you can't go for everybody, oh, now we picking the children. Oh, but we're going to pick him because he's a celebrity. Again, this is only my opinion, the way I see things. And again, let's not forget that he was found guilty. At the end of the day, he was found guilty. Where do we go from here? Where do people go from here? What so if my niece or cousin's kids or something, if they're seeing an older guy, do I say throw him in jail? You know, it's against the law for him to be, if this was to happen, because I'm just using this as a scenario. So if some parents give their blessings to this type of behavior, because you did have Nia Long that has recently come out, and she said when she was 15, her mother allowed her to see a 30-year-old man. Now, here in Illinois, you breaking the law. But the parent has given the choice. So which one is it? Some parents can give permission for their kids to date older men, but they're breaking the law, but it's their child. Then some parents can also pimp out their kids, which there's no law against the parent. Oh, Lord, I mean, explain this to me. Then you say, mute a person music, mute them, mute them, mute them. Well, if that's the case, everything in America should be muted. Because again, this country was built on a lie. Christopher Columbus did not discover America. Slaves built this country, and we have not gotten any reparations. So I need to know everybody that was on this bandwagon to bring R. Kelly down, mute his music. Are people going to, are you going to go turn those neighbors, the relatives, the cousins, the pastors? Because this stuff ain't stopped. Are you going to be that voice? Are you going to go downtown? Because especially if you are living in the state of Illinois, there is no statute of limitation. So they want to say this behavior only happens in Chicago, Illinois. That's the last. Stop saying that. This ain't no Chicago thing. This stuff happens all across the world. This young man, this young girl, older women. I grew up where it was still acceptable in our culture. But they passed laws. So if you want to be a law-abiding citizen and not get in any trouble, you shouldn't be messing with these girls. They give you a 5-year umbrella. They give you a 5-year umbrella. Do I get mad at R. Kelly? Do I get mad and hate him? Because this type of behavior still goes on. The media wanted us to hate him. Mute his music. Some people are sick and need some professional help. The black community likes to sweep a lot of stuff under the rug. Because in all actuality, you think we got Monique. She was molested by her brother. You got Oprah, who was molested, I think, by somebody else. So this is a real big issue. Until we can take care of stuff, like people out here wanting Rob to go to jail, but you ain't even addressing what's going on in your household or your family. We get selective outrage. Again, this case is over. He was found guilty. Hard pills to swallow. But he was found guilty in a court of law. Jurors heard him. Jurors saw tapes. Girls came up, gave testimonies, and he was found guilty. Because people choose to stand behind him does not make them what people want to call a pedophile lover. Some people know that it's just life. Some stuff happens and everybody ain't telling the truth. Some people don't know that person, but you want them to hate him. So this music thing, everybody, oh, mute his music. Well, if that's the case, every genre of music would be muted because all of the rock stars did this type of behavior. Do you find it strange they did not one, but two, but three? Lifetime did three docu-series where the majority of the people had told lies. But you know it's not law. It's not law. Parents need to, every parent that told their child a lie should be sitting in the cell right with him. But it's not law. People been hating people over this case. They've been fighting and arguing. I struggle. Been hard pills to swallow. I ain't walking around here like ain't nothing happened because I mean I faced the reality that he was found guilty. But I also know the reality is that the government knew some of these parents was lying, and these people. This is what gets me the most. Yeah, the girl, they lied about their age, but he should have stopped seeing them once he found out their age. Well, first of all, they shouldn't have never lied. How about that? Because when he slept with these girls, when they lied to him, they got on the stand and said they lied about their age. So now everything they say from that point, I'm supposed to believe it as the gospel of John. So you got up there and lied about your age. He slept with you. So you already had him for entrapment. Either way, even if he would have sent you home, even if he would have did that, he had already slept with him underage. So because they got on the stand and said, "Oh, I lied about my age, but I told them the truth, blase, Skippy, peanut butter, jelly, and crab legs and everything else," I'm supposed to believe everything they say now is the gospel. The gospel according to John. Everybody that told little white lies, they told white lies. But geez, I didn't tell nobody. I didn't put nobody in jail for my lies. But we also do have to remember that there are some things. Like I said, he was found guilty. At the end of the day, we ain't gonna never know the truth. The full 100% truth. We do know he did start seeing Rashonda Landfair at the age of 14. We do know that that was her on that tape. We do know We do know that he married Aaliyah. He said it. See, I'm not gonna go around here. I'm going with the reality of things. Again, he started seeing Rashona when she was 14. That was her on the tape. He married Aaliyah. And I'm not gonna go around here like, oh my God, you know. Those are facts and pills that people have to realize. For 4 years since that documentary, I hope I'm saying it right. I got some people that love the way I say. It's documentary, not documentary. Documentary. When that when that documentary came out, boy, folks were scrambling like this is unheard of. People didn't believe it, and you know what? Y'all had the right to feel the way, cause have the majority of the people got on Lifetime and lied, but then within those lies there was some truth. But boy, they had people going. Y'all ready to hate a man. Y'all let the media program you to hate a man. To hate a man that had issues. That I'm just I'm glad it's over. But people he was found guilty. I'm glad he didn't say 90 years. But if you look at the life expectancy of a black man, it is what it is. I don't know. It was great. I really thought I was being punked when somebody called and said, like 1 year. I really thought I was being punked. But the judge was still nice in a way. Because all these other people, they've been getting 120 years and things. And they didn't have videotapes of them. People that have been on YouTube fighting and arguing and hating each other, doxing each other over a case. Maybe we all need to go see some therapists too. Because this has been unbelievable. Unbelievable. That people have been hating each other over a freaking opinion, what they believe. Do you know on the Supreme Court, If y'all want to take this back, poor Anita Hill, Clarence Thomas, they still made him a Supreme Court judge. Mr. Kavanaugh the same way. He had women going back to college. Everything. If a man is an abuser, abuses women, and they still make it to the Supreme Court, but you want me to hate R. Kelly and mute his music. They still let Clarence Thomas be a Supreme Court judge and Mr. Kavanaugh. But y'all chose and made people. Y'all want folks to hate R. Kelly. I need somebody to make that make sense. Nobody ain't gonna tell me who I'm gonna like, who I'm gonna hate, who I'm gonna love, and all of this. This country was built on a lie. This country still lies. This country will keep black people divided. And we will continue to insult each other and hate each other over an opinion. And it's sad. Again, do the research on the life expectancy of a black man. I hope everybody can learn something from this case. People need to know. The first thing people got to learn is we got to stop sweeping stuff under the rug. We got to stop stop thinking we can pray about everything. We can't pray about everything. Some people need some professional help. And the love of money is the root of all evil. So if you like money enough where you going to turn a blind eye to a person that is doing wrongdoing or pimp your daughter out, you pathetic. If you do it for the love of money. But they're not supposed to be doing it, period. There is only a 5-year, there is a 5-year mark there. Hey BDBGP, I'm doing fine. So while everybody was walking around mad and angry, the big reality of it is some of these parents was comfortable with this man being with their child. So who am I? And that's a shame. Again, these parents was some of the parents was comfortable with them being with their daughters. Some of them cheered their daughters on to go be with this man. I said some, I didn't say all. Don't get it twisted. So while you were programmed to hate, some of the parents was okay with their daughters being with them because he paid them. Everybody that jumped up and down that didn't like him, I hope that all of you will go to the proper authorities and turn people in right now that you know is doing this type of behavior. If you wanted Robert Sylvester Kelly locked up, you should want every person that is doing this type of behavior, you should want them to be locked up as well. See, you can't pick and choose. Again, Robert Sylvester Kelly was found guilty. He was sentenced today in Chicago. Um, there is an appeal that will, if he wins an appeal, but for right now, the way it stands, he has 30 years. Well, he's been in jail for 4 years. The life expectancy of a black man and one being incarcerated ain't that great. But at least it wasn't 99 years. So I'm happy, you know. But he's 55. And I know he's like pre-diabetes. The judge did not award Rashona Landfair, who had been with him for 14 years. She was asking for 20 million. The judge, I guess, felt like since the parents had been paying her and her parents over all of these years. See, don't y'all get this twisted. The government followed that money too. That government came on her. Either you gonna tell or we taking all of y'all to jail. This case shows it shows everything wrong within the black communities. I hope people can have intelligent conversations and not want to cuss people out. Like, this is so crazy. Like, you can't even sit here and have a conversation with a person. Like, even if somebody says, well, who am I to tell the parents what to do with their child? They get mad. Well, you supposed to protect them, but it ain't my child. Oh, well, you a B, you a this. Now, people do have to remember that he was found guilty. So, ain't no sense in arguing about that. He was found guilty. But this case, it had every twist and turn. And this week was this week was that. And, it's a lot of things. And I'm pretty sure some more things are getting ready to come out the more you work on the appeal. And I'll never believe it took them 30 years. And I'll never believe that they really cared about little black girls, because if it did, it wouldn't have took them 30 years. This is April Showers, and I'm out.